The paleo diet can change your life when done correctly. So in this video, I'm going to break down how to do the paleo diet the right way. So in order to do the paleo diet the right way, you have to know what is the paleo diet and some of the guidelines that you have to follow. Basically, the paleo diet's going back to what our ancestors were supposed to have eaten during the Paleolithic era. If you want to look at that in macronutrients, it's going to be high in fats, moderate protein, low in carbs, and low in sugar. And basically, you just want to eat real food. That means no sugars, grains, unhealthy fats, vegetable oils. You'll see most of the benefits on a paleo diet in the first 21 days, and that's because you're building the metabolic state to utilize fats as a source of energy instead of glucose. And if you don't know what benefits I'm talking about, then pause this video and go check out my last video telling you about what is the paleo diet and some of the benefits you'll see when doing the paleo diet. Alright, now let's take a look at those eating guidelines. Like I said earlier, you want to eat real foods. But let's break it down into macronutrients again. First, we have protein. You want your protein intake to be between 0.7 grams and 1 gram per pound of lean muscle mass that you have. And to find out what part of that range you want to eat for your protein, it really depends on how active you are. If you're more active, then maybe get up to that 1 gram per lean muscle mass. Going over or going under isn't that big of a deal, but you want to try and hit that range every day in the week or average it out so that it gets your daily protein intake gets to those range. Next, we have carbs. And for this, we have to look at what your goals are. So if you're trying to lose weight, then keep your carb intake between 50 and 100 grams each and every day. But if you're just trying to maintain or lose a little bit, then do about 100 to 150. And you might be thinking, carbs? Well, aren't we cutting those out? Isn't that what the paleo diet's all about? And yeah, a lot of processed foods have carbs in them, but a lot of natural ones do too. Look at fruits or look at nuts. So make sure to check out the nutrients on some of the foods you're eating to make sure what their carb intake is. Like I said, a lot of people didn't even know that vegetables have carbs. Stuff like that really adds up and you want to be watching every now and then. And lastly, we have fats. For this, you just want to make sure you're getting fats from a good quality source. Some good sources are going to be from nuts, avocados, animal products, or coconut oil. Now let's take a look at some of the activities you should be doing during the first 21-day transformation period that will impact your hormones and genetic expression. The first tip is to get 8 hours of sleep every night because sleep's really essential for your health. It helps us solidify new memories and new skills, helps us burn fat and build muscle, and align our circadian time system so that we have optimal hormone levels. I know a ton of people struggle with getting good quality sleep because I fell in that category for most of my life. It wasn't until this last year that I really conquered my sleep life, and now I get great sleep every night. If you fall in that category of getting bad sleep, then make sure to check out my video on how to get better sleep because I'll teach you techniques that will make sure that you can get the same quality sleep that I get. The second tip is to make sure you get 2 to 5 hours of aerobic exercise each week. It doesn't have to be anything crazy intense, and you might be a little tired during this transition period, so just do a light jog or maybe some sort of hike. Tip 3 is to get 10 to 15 minutes of direct sunlight exposure. This helps with the creation of vitamin D, and vitamin D helps with our bone and heart health, hormonal function, and protection against cancer. So getting 15 minutes of direct sunlight exposure during the midday without sunblock is ideal for most people. And our fourth tip is once your body starts getting used to fats as a source of energy, do heavy lifting 2 to 3 times a week and sprints once a week. Sprints are a great workout that will provide anti-aging benefits and increase your mitochondria, which will increase the amount of energy you have, along with other benefits. And if you want to learn more about those other benefits, then check out my video about why you should do sprints, or check out my video about how to do sprints correctly so that you can see those benefits. Now, let's talk about something that you might experience when doing the transition period. And that's the low-carb flu. The low-carb flu really sucks. I'm not gonna lie about that. Sometimes it's worse for others. Sometimes people don't even get it though. So hopefully you fall in that category. But basically what it is pretty much what it sounds like. From not eating any carbs and not having glucose, which your body uses as energy, your body's gonna get confused and tired and you're gonna feel like you have the flu. And for me, it lasted about 4 days and 2 of the days were really bad, but the other 2 are pretty manageable. And you just have to know that it'll pass with time. A lot of people go like a week and they don't feel it. And then after that, for the next few days, they feel really bad. And it's right before the finish line and they quit. They're like, I don't want to do this paleo diet. I feel terrible. but you just have to know it's part of the process and that it'll pass, and as soon as it passes, you're gonna see all the benefits. Doing the paleo diet can transform your life, and I can't recommend it anymore. But the problem is a lot of people quit when they get the low carb flu because they associate feeling bad with the paleo diet, even though it's just part of the process. So what I've done is I created a document that has 3 tips to help combat the low carb flu. You can click the link in the description, enter in your email, and I'll send those tips out to you. If you enjoyed this video or thought it was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you.